You think your brain's default mode is peace? Guess again. Your brain is actually a hypervigilant sentinel, constantly running a threat detection protocol. This isn't just about survival instincts. It's about cognitive economy. Imagine your mind as an accountant, tallying every potential danger while you're busy believing you're relaxed. The mechanism? It's called predictive processing. Your brain is a prediction machine, constantly modeling the world and weighing probabilities. According to Carl Friston's work on the free energy principle, your brain minimizes surprise by constantly predicting sensory inputs. Every creak, every whisper of wind is a data point in this grand equation. The goal? To prevent cognitive overload by anticipating and resolving uncertainties before they even arise. Here's where it gets tricky: errors in prediction. Cognitive friction occurs when your brain's forecast doesn't match reality. The result? A spike in neural overhead, leading to an increased attentional load. It's like running a marathon on a treadmill that changes speed unexpectedly. Without intervention, this constant recalibration can lead to mental fatigue and anxiety. Are you feeling that treadmill now? But there's a strategic advantage buried in this mess. By mastering predictive processing, you can actually enhance your cognitive economy. The surprise? The brain's predictive nature can be harnessed to optimize performance under stress. Think of it as tuning a piano. Once you're in harmony, the notes of daily stressors can become a symphony of productivity. The trick is knowing how to fine-tune. So, how do you recalibrate this system? Enter the baseline calibration protocol. This method involves consciously resetting your predictive models to reduce neural overhead. It's like hitting refresh on your mental browser, clearing the cache of unnecessary predictions. But remember, every refresh comes with a cost: the energy spent on recalibration. Are you ready to pay the price for a clearer mind? You assume your brain is just a modern marvel? It's actually an ancient artifact. Your brain's 24/7 threat scan isn't a glitch. It's an evolutionary feature. Imagine your ancestors. No apps, no notifications, just a relentless environment. The stakes were simple: eat or be eaten. In those days, the brain's hypervigilance was more than a precaution, it was a survival imperative. The evolutionary origin of this mechanism lies in the amygdala, the brain's emotional alarm system. Research by Joseph Ledoux shows that this almond-shaped cluster of nuclei is crucial for processing threats. It's like an ancient antivirus, constantly scanning for malware in the form of saber-toothed tigers. The amygdala's hair trigger response ensured that our ancestors could react swiftly to threats, an advantage in a world where hesitation could mean extinction. Yet, this evolutionary relic has a fatal error. It doesn't differentiate between real and perceived threats. Your brain reacts to a stressful email with the same intensity as a charging predator. This is where the neurological tax comes in. The cost of constant vigilance is cognitive friction, leading to decreased focus and increased stress. You're paying a premium for a service that's become overzealous in a relatively safe world. But here's the twist: this ancient system isn't entirely obsolete. The amygdala's sensitivity can be strategically leveraged. By managing your environment, you can train your brain to recalibrate its threat detection. This isn't about ignoring stress, but fine-tuning your response. It's akin to a thermostat learning your preferred climate settings, gradually adapting to provide comfort rather than chaos. So, how do we recalibrate this ancient system? Introducing the Adaptive Threat Management Protocol. This involves consciously interacting with stressors to desensitize the amygdala. It's like exposure therapy for your brain's antivirus software. The more you engage with controlled stress, the more refined your brain's threat scan becomes. But beware, overexposure can backfire, leading to cognitive burnout. Are you prepared to walk this tightrope? You believe your mental energy is limitless? Reality check. Your brain's threat detection system is draining your cognitive resources. It's akin to running a high-speed internet connection through a dial-up modem. Constant vigilance demands bandwidth, leaving less for creativity and problem-solving. The real cost? Cognitive depletion. Every moment spent scanning for threats is a moment stolen from innovation. Research by Matthew Lieberman highlights the neurological tax of social pain, similar to physical pain. Your brain can't distinguish between different types of threats, amplifying the cost of this vigilance system. Imagine a car running on premium fuel but constantly stuck in traffic. The engine's power is wasted on idling rather than acceleration. Your brain's resources are similarly misallocated, leaving you mentally idling. Without intervention, this misallocation leads to cognitive burnout. The system collapses under its own weight, like a building with a faulty foundation. Symptoms include chronic stress, impaired memory, and decreased productivity. Your brain's threat scan, once a survival tool, becomes a liability. The irony? The more you try to protect yourself, the more vulnerable you become to mental fatigue. But there's a counterintuitive advantage. Cognitive friction, when managed, can enhance depth of processing. By learning to navigate these mental maelstrom, you can turn stress into a sharpening stone for your mind. It's like resistance training for your brain, where the very act of overcoming friction builds mental muscle. This isn't about eliminating stress, but transforming it into a tool for growth. Ready for the next step? Meet the Cognitive Friction Optimization Protocol. This strategy involves deliberately engaging with challenging tasks to maximize depth of processing. By pushing your cognitive limits, you recalibrate your threat detection system to function efficiently without burning out. But caution, this protocol requires balance. Too much friction and mental fatigue returns. Are you willing to engineer your stress for sharper acuity? Think your brain's constant threat scan is just a burden? Here's a twist. It also enhances your sensory acuity. Your brain's vigilance sharpens your senses, turning mundane details into critical data points. It's like having a built-in magnifying glass, bringing the world's subtleties into focus. This heightened awareness isn't just about survival. It's an untapped reservoir of insight, if you know how to access it. Research by Elaine Fox on attentional biases shows that heightened sensory awareness can lead to improved decision-making. Your brain, ever the analyst, uses this influx of sensory data to refine its predictive models. The result? An enriched signal-to-noise ratio, where the important signals are amplified. This is your brain's way of ensuring you're not just reacting, but anticipating the world around you with precision. But there's a catch. Without strategic focus, this sensory saturation leads to overwhelm. The flood of information can drown your cognitive clarity. Imagine a symphony orchestra playing without a conductor. The music, full of potential, turns into chaos. Your brain needs a conductor to direct its heightened senses, or else the advantage becomes a source of cognitive noise and distraction. Here's the strategic insight. Focus can transform this deluge into a focused stream of innovation. By consciously managing your attentional load, you can harness your brain's sensory acuity for creative breakthroughs. It's about converting potential distraction into an engine of creativity. Think of it as using a high-powered lens to focus sunlight into a laser beam, cutting through cognitive clutter with precision. Enter the attentional focus leveraging protocol. This approach involves strategically narrowing your focus to channel your heightened sensory input into purposeful activity. By selecting specific goals and filtering out noise, you can enhance your brain's predictive capabilities. But be cautious. Too narrow a focus, and you risk missing the broader context. Are you ready to laser focus your sensory acuity for maximum impact? You think stress management is just about relaxation? Wrong. True mastery involves engaging your brain's threat detection without succumbing to it. The key is active recalibration. Imagine your brain as a musical instrument. Without regular tuning, even the finest Stradivarius becomes a cacophony. Your task is to fine-tune your mental strings, ensuring harmony between vigilance and tranquility. Research by Peter S. Jensen suggests that cognitive reappraisal can effectively modulate emotional responses, recalibrating your brain's threat detection. Through intentional reframing, you can alter how your brain interprets stressors. It's like adjusting the lens on a camera to bring a blurred image into sharp focus. This process doesn't remove the threat, but changes your perspective, reducing its perceived intensity. Yet, cognitive reappraisal isn't a magic bullet. Misapply it, and your brain's threat scan can become hyperactive, misinterpreting mundane events as critical. This is the fine line between cognitive clarity and chaos. Your mental lens needs regular cleaning to prevent distortion. By refining your reappraisal skills, you can maintain clarity without overloading your cognitive circuits. Here's the pivot. Intentional mental breaks enhance your brain's recalibration process. These aren't just pauses, they're strategic resets. Think of them as pit stops in a high-speed race, allowing your engine to cool down and your tires to be checked. By strategically pausing, you reset your neural networks, allowing your brain to resume the race with renewed efficiency and focus. Introducing the recalibration break protocol. This involves taking short, deliberate breaks throughout the day to reset your brain's threat detection system. These breaks should be structured to include activities that neither overstimulate nor underwhelm your senses. The goal is to recalibrate without disengaging. But remember, the effectiveness of these breaks depends on timing and consistency. Are you ready to schedule precision pit stops for your mind? You might think these protocols are just theory. Think again, apply them, and watch as your cognitive efficiency transforms. Consider your brain a high-performance vehicle. Without maintenance, even the fastest car loses its edge. The real-world application of these strategies is your brain's pit crew, fine-tuning performance for optimal output. Are you ready to upgrade your mental engine? In practice, integrating the recalibration break protocol into your routine can yield measurable gains in productivity and focus. Research by Emily D. Balcetis on goal setting and visualization shows that structured breaks enhance mental clarity, allowing your brain's predictive processing to operate with precision. Think of each break as a recalibration point, refining your focus like a camera lens. But there's a catch. Consistency is key. Sporadic application leads to mixed results, like an athlete training without a schedule. To truly harness these benefits, your recalibration must be as regular as brushing your teeth. This consistency ensures your brain's threat detection operates smoothly, reducing cognitive friction and elevating your baseline performance. Ready to make this a habit rather than a chore? The real magic happens when these protocols become second nature. They integrate seamlessly into your daily life, reducing mental overhead and enhancing attentional load management. This isn't about adding more tasks to your day, but restructuring existing ones for efficiency. Imagine turning a tangled yarn of tasks into a well-knitted garment, each thread perfectly in place. Introducing the Cognitive Integration Protocol. This strategy involves mapping your tasks in alignment with your recalibration times, creating a seamless flow of activity that maximizes productivity while minimizing stress. The challenge? Balancing task complexity with mental clarity. Are you prepared to weave your tasks into a tapestry of efficiency, achieving harmony between action and rest? Think your brain's threat scan is just your personal burden? Not quite. When applied systemically, it becomes a collective asset. Imagine a network of brains, each fine-tuned like a high-performance engine. Together, they form a cognitive ecosystem, sharing insights and enhancing collective foresight. Your recalibrated brain isn't just a personal upgrade, it's a node in a larger network. Research by Nicholas Christakis on social networks highlights how behaviors and emotions spread through interconnected groups. A well-tuned brain influences not just individual performance, but group dynamics. Imagine a ripple effect where one recalibrated brain optimizes the performance of others. This isn't just about individual gains. It's a systemic shift towards collective efficiency. Yet, without alignment, this potential remains untapped. A dissonant network is like an orchestra where each musician plays independently. The result? Cognitive cacophony. The key is synchronization, aligning individual recalibration protocols to create harmony. It's not just about tuning your instrument, but playing in concert with others. Only then does the network achieve its true potential. The strategic advantage of this alignment is foresight. A synchronized network can anticipate shifts and adapt swiftly, turning collective vigilance into proactive strategy. Think of it as a chessboard where each piece moves with foresight, predicting the opponent's strategy in unison. This isn't just about surviving disruptions, but thriving in uncertainty. Ready to harness this power? Meet the Collective Cognitive Foresight Protocol. This involves coordinating recalibration schedules and strategies across networks to amplify collective intelligence. The challenge lies in maintaining cohesion without stifling individuality. Are you prepared to synchronize your efforts with others, transforming isolated vigilance into a unified, unstoppable force?